Hello there, thank you for signing up to the How to Achieve Your Dreams with a Budget course. My name is Kathy and I will be reading the units for you. That way you will also have a video that you can go to if you don't feel like reading the units, or if you would like to read along as I read the units out loud. I'm also going to make some comments about my personal life and how it relates to the units, so that way the units become more personable and more relatable. So let's get started with the first unit. I'm going to put my glasses on and I'm going to read the first unit. Analyzing your financial situation. Often people seek help because they can't make debt payments. They can't stop using credit cards, they're tired of living month to month, or they think there just isn't enough money every month to meet their needs. Sometimes emotions are involved. When it comes to spending and debt, these emotions can run high and lead to stress and anxiety, especially when the problems get big. Before you know it, you can't think clearly. But sometimes it's a lack of knowledge on how to look closely at one situation. And sometimes it's just a lack of motivation until the problems get too big to handle. However, there are some basic steps in evaluating your budget and spending decisions and determining what could be behind some of the problems mentioned. It's easy to get started and can be of help in solving spending problems or in preparing to work with a financial counselor. So a little bit more about me. I work as a senior accountant for a local company here in Salt Lake City, and I'm very experienced with building budgets, crunching numbers, building spreadsheets. But even though I think that's a good skill to have, to be able to stick to a budget and save money for example, retirement or a big purchase that you would like to do, or to be financially free and retire early, for example, you need to understand why you're spending money the way you spend your money. And you can be the best budget builder, and in that not only comes in the form of a spreadsheet. You could actually do it on a printable or a piece of paper, but you can be the best goal setter or budgeter, like when it comes to building the budget, but you may not stick to it, and you will constantly overspend, and you don't understand why. You can't stop that desire to overspend. And sometimes people even need therapy to try to stop that spending habit that they have. And they could be a better budgeter or builder of budgets than you and me together or combined. And so building a budget is not only the technical part of it, but it also entails understanding why you spend the money the way you do. And if you, for example, are replacing or overcompensating with things or overspending for things that are missing, or people that are missing in your life, or emotions that are negative emotions that are making you or are motivating you to overspend and not stick to a budget. Have I been guilty of that? Yes, I have. I have had problems with sticking to a budget before. I've never had problems building a spreadsheet with my goals and budget, and I never had a problem knowing where all my money was going, but I still overspent. And I actually made a drastic move, and I moved from the city where I was living as a single professional to live close to my parents, or with my parents at this point, because it helps me save money and I'm happy living with them, and I don't have any embarrassment about living with my parents while I can. You know, it's not gonna be like that all the time, but it's something that makes me happy, and for now it's working and it's helping me save money. But I actually made a drastic move because I could see myself overspending, understanding where all my money was going, but overspending because I was unhappy. I went out with friends. I was I volunteer at church. I had hobbies. I went to the gym. I had dance classes that I like to go to, and I still overspent primarily on clothes. That was my thing. It didn't seem like I was buying a lot, but it seems like the purchases that I was making, they were expensive enough where I couldn't stick to my budget. Then I also travel a lot to go see my family at least twice a year, and all of that, and then furniture, and then all of that started to add up over the years. And so I decided, you know what, like, I'm buying expensive items that are not making me happy, because I think that they're gonna give me some type of replacement for the actual relationships that I want to build in my, or want to maintain in my life, which was be close to my family, which I didn't have for a long time. And I didn't realize that that was making me really unhappy until I said enough. It was enough for me. So that might not be the case for you. You may be a very good spender or a very frugal person, and you just want to learn how to build a budget, and or maybe learn something different or see it from another angle, and that's perfectly fine. Congratulations, because it's a hard thing to do. It's not easy to stick to a budget. Or you could be in a similar situation where I was, where you are having problems with your overspending. It's not that the adding up of the numbers that is that was the difficult thing for me, and that might not be the difficult thing for you, but is the actual emotional part that is making you overspend. I have a unit that focuses on the excuses that we make for ourselves to try to fill that void that we may have in our lives that makes us overspend, and the different solutions that we can have or we can find to overcome that overspending. So this is the end of Unit 1. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next unit.